Tesla has been knocked off the top spot in China, and you'll never guess by who. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the China EV show. It's a pleasure to have you here as always. I'm your host Toby, and don't forget to give us a like and a subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. Now, let's get into it. After months as the best-selling EV in China, the Tesla Model Y has been knocked off the top spot, and you'll never guess by who. The official sales figures for the month of July are out, and this is the best-selling EV in China. The Seagull, that is the BYD Seagull. After its reveal at the Shanghai Auto Show earlier this year, the BYD Seagull was predicted to be a big hit by many, and it has already happened. Building on the success of micro EVs in China, the Seagull takes the concept a little further to something, well, more resembling an actual car. With a low price starting at $11,400 or 78,800 yen in China, customers can choose between the two BYD Blade LFP battery packs. A 30 kilowatt hour battery pack with a quoted CLTC range of 305 kilometers and a 38 kilowatt hour battery offering 405 kilometers of CLTC range. Both batteries offer fast charging capabilities, which allows the BYD to charge up to 80% in just 30 minutes. After its reveal, the BYD Seagull became an icon of the EV revolution, getting a total of 10,000 orders in its first day of sales. But this concept is nothing new, and we have seen small, highly affordable EVs before. Let's take the Hongguang Wuling Mini EV as an example, which was the best seller in China for a number of months. It was certainly one end of the extreme though, priced at a little more than half the Seagull and with a range of around 100 kilometers. It got you from A to B, no doubt, but it had a real lack of features and functions. Now, this small urban EV concept has matured a little further, so now we get something that has more of the modern conveniences that we might hope for. Besides a bigger and more efficient battery and fast charging, it also has safety features like adaptive cruise control, automatic emergency braking, and forward collision warning. Although I should mention that these luxuries are only available on the higher end model of the car. So what do you think of the Seagull? Would you choose it over the Tesla Model Y? Which one do you think is better for driving around the city? Make sure to let us know in the comments below. Last month, the BYD Seagull became the best-selling pure electric car in China, selling 25,000 units in the month of July, knocking the Tesla Model Y off the top spot in its biggest market and also the biggest EV market in the world. This just goes to show the continued dominance of BYD. In fact, 4 of the top 10 best-selling cars in the month of July came from BYD. If we expand this to new energy vehicles, so including plug-in hybrids, this increases to 6 out of the top 10. So with the Tesla Model Y knocked off the top spot in China and the Tesla Model 3, which at one point was a bestseller in China, down to 15th place, is this the beginning of the end for Tesla in China? Tesla hasn't released a new product since 2017. That's 6 years ago. At the beginning of this year, it even slashed prices for its 2 aging models, and in the process started a price war. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention Tesla has its Cybertruck on the way.
Oh my God. Well, maybe that was a little too hard.
That is to say, it is already 2 years late for its proposed delivery times. Besides, I don't think we will see this car in China, if we ever see it at all. Oh, actually, it already sells in China. There's a Tesla Cybertruck cat bed that you can buy today, if you like. Despite this, Tesla's products are still very competitively priced in China, and I think with the upcoming refreshes, will produce some renewed interest in the brand, so all is not lost for them. Ultimately, consumers don't really care where a brand is from, if it's foreign, Chinese, or otherwise. In the past, there was definitely a preference for foreign brands. There was an association that foreign brands bring quality, and I think for the ICE products, this was true. You know, many legacy brands had decades, even centuries, to perfect their ICE offerings. But now, with EVs, this is not the case. The playing field is much more level, and whoever has the best product offering will get the top spot, and right now that is BYD with its Seagull. Oh, how things change, Elon. It wasn't long ago that Elon saw the BYD brand as a joke. In a 2011 Bloomberg interview, Musk famously burst out laughing when the reporter suggested BYD as a potential rival for Tesla in the electric vehicle space.
BYD is trying to compete. Why do you laugh?
Have you seen their car?
well, now I think everyone's seen their cars and they're buying a lot of them. So let's talk about BYD for a moment. This is a brand I really admire. Firstly, BYD is following through on its sustainability goal. It is part of a 6-strong group of car makers who signed up to a campaign to phase out combustion engine vehicles by 2040. The other brands being Ford, General Motors, JLR, Mercedes-Benz, and Volvo. However, one day they came out with a statement saying, oh, by the way, we stopped manufacturing ICE-only vehicles. They claim to be the first auto company in the world to stop the production of ICE-only vehicles, but I might adjust this to say they are the first big company to do it. While many companies have aims of doing this closer to 2030, BYD just went ahead and did it, which goes to show that actions speak louder than words. Okay, so they do still produce cars that take gasoline, that is, they're plug-in hybrids. But the point is they are making quick progress. To add to this, they probably knew that the sooner they gave up the making of ICE products, the better, and the sooner they could get control of the upcoming EV market. And it seems that they were right. Just this month, BYD announced the production of its 5 millionth new energy vehicle. 2 million of these came in the past 9 months. The company also claims to have sold 92,469 vehicles overseas. That's nothing compared to the domestic sales, of course, but already more than double the figures for 2022. The company is also looking forward into the future, and it's doing so by taking on a record number of graduates, 30,000 in fact, with research personnel accounting for 80% of the total intake. So even though they have a clear lead in China, maybe not the world, they are far from complacent, and are always trying to keep their products as competitive as possible and think about the next trend, developing the new battery, revealing the next generation of electric car. This is a great attitude to have in the EV industry, and I think it will take them very far. What do you think of BYD? Do you have BYD in your country? Would you buy a BYD if they did sell in your country? How do you think this brand will do in the future? Make sure you leave your comments in the section below. That's all for today, folks. Thanks for watching. Be sure to give us a like and a subscribe, of course. I've been Toby, and I'll see you next time on the China EV Show.